Hello there, thanks for taking the time to view this link. My name's Phil Doran, and together with my business partner Sean Wheeler, we run this company, Freight Training. I'll try not to keep you long. I just want to tell you more about this new course we have. It's dealing with the export issues around a typical project. The course is going to be more of a workshop than a presentation, although we'll use the following model to be the typical case study. So this is how it's going to work. This is the stage, and here you are, and you and your company have been awarded a contract by an overseas body, and I've placed that body in Europe simply for this illustration. The project is to build something here. It could be a mine, part of a mine, or any of the many fabrications needed around the world. To keep it local, I've put this in Central Africa, but what we will discuss will apply regardless of the actual destination country, give or take a law or two. Now, your role begins with the design, which we'll assume involves research and development, blueprints, intellectual work, and in essence the intangible part of the export project. Later on will come the actual construction, which will be a complex operation to coordinate in itself. It'll involve your own fabrication from scratch, but you'll also get involved in procurement, and procurement can come in several forms. Firstly, you'll procure from unrelated companies who will supply directly to site. But you'll also have the opportunity to procure from sister companies offshore who will route directly to site as well. And of course this intercompany relationship is significant in several ways, and I'll discuss those in a moment. Further procurement will actually involve direct importation, and the imported cargo may be subject to value-added work that you'll undertake, or it may just be exported to site as is. There'll be an element of local procurement too. Some of it's going to be a simple input process, where again you either add value or simply consolidate in your own export volume. But equally, local procurement may logistically be better utilized if sent directly to site by the local manufacturer or supplier. Now, however you proceed, you construct, you procure, and ultimately you erect or install the work on site. And at some point you turn the key or you press the big red button and everything works just like it says on the tin. Now, while all this was happening, payments have been coming in, most probably in a milestone or installment basis, some with bank security, some maybe without. There may have been an upfront payment for the design phase and some percentage-based installments prior to shipment, or perhaps linked to shipment and dispatch. Certain values get paid over on commissioning of the work, and there may even be an agreed retention linked to a future event or production milestones. Then after this, when the project is assembled and working, there are the after-sales support issues to contend with. Again, this could involve intangible technical support, but equally it may involve a very tangible interaction whereby engineers or similar specialists are sent to work on site with or without equipment and parts. It could even involve a return and repair commitment or some other form of warranty with or without payment under certain contract conditions. Well, so far so good. Now, what we're going to be looking at on the course in this workshop is how all of this activity fits inside a framework which comprises of the South African laws regarding exchange control, VAT, and of course customs and excise. Now, where these laws are key is in that at least three of the issues I've already assumed to be part of our project, well, they're actually illegal. And apart from the fines and penalties, all three involve possible prison sentences. I assume I have your attention now. Just in the matters of exchange control, that's illegal. That requires prior permission. This is an issue which could fall foul of transfer pricing regulations. Of course, if you get your timing wrong, then that's not allowed, and short of an application for permission, neither is that. And that's the simple stuff. VAT is another matter. Everything I've illustrated here, everything, it's all subject to VAT, and what we need to determine is what rate of VAT is it subject to. And not all of the components of this project are necessarily going to be rated in the same manner. But we'll be looking at where people often trip up too. As you already know, the currency of this contract, well, that's a VAT issue. And here we have a secondary problem apart from exchange control that hinges all around VAT. Just like this event, very common VAT problem for many people in exports, as is this and this. Now these last two in particular involve understanding what you need to do when applying for extensions with SARS or how to work with the tax fraction. The incentive to get this right, of course, is to avoid the fines, which can run up to 30 or 40% of the transaction value. Then you'll need to understand customs and excise here, and the customs issues which you already face here, here, and here. And once you have that aligned, then, and only then, can you start to look at the commercial risks you face around being paid, and the simple, or at least simpler, issues of commercial terms and contractual matters. And now, who do you think in your company has to understand, implement, and coordinate all of this? Well, here's a clue. And I think the expression is under pressure. But you would perhaps know this better than me. Well, I won't mislead you and say that we're going to cover this entire model to the nth degree, but I can assure you that we will work through it in such a manner that the obvious and the legislated pitfalls will be addressed, and who knows, you may actually come away with a better sense of direction if nothing else. But it's not a course for everyone, and it's going to be rather intense, which is why it will run for a little longer than our normal short courses, and it has a flexible end time to cater for questions and answers, although I'll always stay for an extended period after the course is closed for anyone who wants to stay later and just work through items maybe on a one-to-one basis or in a smaller group of interested parties. So, are you up for it? If you'd like more details, or particularly if you'd like to book, see what the next date is, the prices, the venues, all of this is on our website, or you can follow the link in Sean's email to you if you've received one already. The bright light in all of this, of course, is that because it's a full-day course, it will include lunch. Well, okay. The bright light in all of this is because it's a full-day course, it will include lunch. As a workshop, we'll provide the pens and the paper, but you're going to be taking the notes. As mentioned, if you need to know more, contact us or visit the website. And I've nothing now left to say except that I look forward to working with you on this course in the very near future. Thanks for listening. Cheers.